All right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube channel. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. And all of our normal subscribers, massive respect to you lot, and hope you guys are having a wonderful 2024. Happy New Year to every single one. All right, as you saw by the title, we are going to be talking on Macy Greenwood and also Reiss Nelson, but also go into a review of 2023 and also do our normal weekly update of the reggae boys abroad. All right, so hopefully everyone is okay. Not feeling the best, so maybe this video will be limited. All right, yes, but because I told persons that I will try to return, yes, so I never really got that chance to do so. And obviously if I'm not on the internet, sometimes I don't get the time to get myself in the proper shape to return, so I've been pressured sometimes, so I have to just return, off the own, or else I have to just lock my phone off. Yes, so we are here to just chop it up, so hopefully all of you guys are well. Yeah, man. So let me move into the chopping up. All right, yes. So we have our brother right here, Osh Pop, in the building. Massive respect. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. All right. Yeah, man. And then we have Alex in the building. Happy New Year's to you. Sterling, how you doing, man? And then we have Jam Up, massive respect. Doing Thomas, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. And we have Charlton and Vinny Congo. Yeah, man. Big up to all of you guys that are already in the chat. So, anyways, yesterday when I came in, I got a call, on like to make sure I know how the processes go, and who to be blamed if it should be brought up in the show at certain points. So I wanted to just talk about these two guys, what they're doing, and obviously they are eligible to play for Jamaica, but also make sure to clear up that point as well, so we can actually pass it. All right, yes. So Macy Greenwood got a red card in his last game, but Macy Greenwood, he has been exceptional going to Getafe in the La Liga. At this point, they are trying to get him for Real Madrid, Barcelona, and to some extent even back in England. So he's putting himself up there to kickstart restart his career. So everything is working well for him. All right, and definitely it will still have buzz around that he might go back to England to play, but still eligible to play for Jamaica. All right, but nothing has said from the player himself. So I'm not putting it out there to say that this man want to go back to England. I'm just saying that he's eligible to play for both places, being that he was under the age of 3 games when he played for England. Yes, but at the same time, these guys, they have to do paperworks, yes, and paperworks are not controlled by the JFF. So let me clear that up. And that's the same thing I've said when I talked about my passport situation as well. All right, yes. So it can still, we have scenarios when the players them don't know how to do certain things, and you would love to assist them. So on those sides, I think you can blame them, but I don't know the intricacies behind the closed door, or even if they have officially made the final contact of the player. So I don't know none of those stuffs, and I want to believe that most don't know it either as well. So for me, I won't say anything on the documentation of any one of these players until I do know the complete story about it. All right, but I've already stated that most of these things are difficult to get done. All right, and most of the times it started from the Jamaican side, not necessarily the JFF, but the Jamaican side that's dealing with the paperwork. All right, yes, because I have went through it myself. All right, just wanted to clear that up for you. All right, yes. So the Reiss Nelson one now. Reiss Nelson was a guy that we talked about the other day. Like him, I think he's a talented kid. Yeah, and if he would have pushed Jamaica forward, I do believe 100% that he would make Jamaica better at this point. Are we getting the best out of him at Arsenal? That's the question we have to ask, you know, because I still believe that that limited game time that he's getting at this point, it's not looking good for his career, to be honest. It's not looking good for his career, to be honest, at least from my standpoint, because you're reaching a certain point of your career and you need to start getting more game time. So I do believe that if he wants to make any push in his career longevity, he needs to make a move or get some conclusive reports from Arsenal that he's going to be getting more game time as well. But I still believe that he can come into the Concacaf region and do well enough. Alright, so I would still take him. I still believe that he has a talent equally as Leon Bailey, Damara Gray. He can come and be that same impact player, if not even better. Alright, because he does have that similar ilk of talent, and I won't change my mind on that. So that's what I have to add on the two players and what's going on with them, and also the process. Alright, yes. Just wanted to clear that up. Alright, so we saw Andrew, big up yourself, man. Happy New Year. J. Saguna, Happy New Year. Wayne Evans, Tyrone Williams, Father Bling, how you doing, man? Mike Larry, big up yourself, man. Thanks for being here. Happy New Year, JD. Yeah, man, massive respect, Wayne Evans as well. Alright, yes, so that's what took place for these two guys, and hopefully they can get to play for Jamaica, because that will only bolster the overall pool for the coach to select from. Alright, yes, and hopefully we can get some information on these players soon, so we can literally know what pathway the coach going down, you know, because sometimes he wants to do so, but some things hinder him from time to time. Alright, yes, so let me move on to some of the other players them that actually played between the last time I've done a video. Yes, so Latibodier, we have done a video on Latibodier. We talked about our boy Dexter Lembikisa, of him kind of getting some rumors to go to West Bromwich from Rotterdam. Yes, and we asked if it's good for his development. And a lot of people said, yes, go there, because Rotterdam at the bottom, whilst West Brom up at the top trying to fight for the final final promotion spot to come to the Premier League. So, and we clearly saw the talent from the player going up against Chucky Lozano and several other top name players, even Alphonso Davis as well. Obviously, some of those jobs required more than one individual, so I can't give him all the credit, but we have to we have to still acknowledge that the player is seriously talented. And as what I've said before, when I did a 2023 best under 21s, and I put Latibodier up there highly, I think Latibodier might, Dexter Lembikisa might surpass everyone to be the best under 21 player for 2023. Obviously, you can improve as it goes, but for now, Dexter Lembikisa would be considered as the best under 21 player for Jamaica at this point. Would you agree or you disagree? Let me know for 2023, because I'm going to update it for 2024, you know, and put the top 5 best under 21 players Jamaica has, you know. I still believe that Dexter Lembikisa did well. Hutchinson could have gone high because he went and played seriously well in the championship as well. But I still believe that the consistency and the amount of game time Dexter Lembikisa got to feel, and he keeps on improving, I want to say that I am going to put him over Hutchinson as well. Alright, so Dexter Lembikisa takes the #1 spot for me in the best under 21 player Jamaica has to choose from. Alright, yes, and Kira Anderson jumped up, but I think Kira Anderson might have to take the top 5 spot. So I will try to put it in a stream where we break down the top 5 best under 21 players. Then I do it in a shorter format, put it on the channel for 2024. Alright, and just the same for the big guys as well. Artle of massive respect, thanks for being here. Football Global, massive respect. Alan Jackson, how you doing, man? Yeah, man. JD, that brother thief my name. Okay, I'm very sorry. Yes, yes. So let me know your thoughts on that. Yeah, man. And as you come in, we saw that what 28 likes on the video. If you could do better than that and put it to 100 very fast, that would be definitely nice. All right. So give me your top 5 kids under 21. All right, for 2023, because you can't do nothing in 2023 and make the top 5. You have to do something, and you have to explain what these guys did to get the top position. Because for me, I have given it to Lembikisa. I've given it to Lembikisa. So let me know if I am wrong. All right. So we have Kieran. Massive respect, Kieran. And I'm going to fill out my top 5. You know, this video won't finish until I am done with my top 5 in my head. All right. Yes, but I wanted to hear you guys top 5 first. All right, because that is important. You guys top 5 is important. And if you are rewatching the video, what you could do, give yours in the comment section. I will try my best to give a take on it. Yeah, man. All right. All right. Football Global says Lambo, Hutchinson, Anderson, Douglas, and Dixon. So you're under 21, you know, so here we have a lot more players, you know. Remember, you have the goalkeeper is under 21, you know, a lot of them under 21, you know. So you're really going to put Manning Cup players under in it? Damn. No, why? Your list, kind of. I think Football Global, you have to do better than that list, man. Damn, we have a lot of players under 21. All right, Zimenez not playing much football. He's under 21. He's at a circle breaker, doing his thing. Obviously, he's not getting much game time. Whisper is under 21. He signed for Chelsea. Even if he's training with the whatever team he's training with, I still believe that is better than the Manning Cup. So that would not be fair. Then you have to go into Clark, the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper literally made the main team, and he got enough game times early on at his club and performed well. All right, so it's tough for me to, guys, think about it before you jump and give your 21, because I want to think that the 21 is tough. All right, Douglas and Dixon are over Satchwell. Mirak, really? Satchwell you can put in it, because you have looked at all the guys them that left the Manning Cup but went elsewhere, and they're doing as well. You understand me? Yes, you can make a top 5 relatively easy without even putting a Manning Cup player in it. No, I wouldn't put them over. I wouldn't put them over Satchwell at all. All right, I wouldn't put them over Satchwell, because you have to look at it. Remember, Satchwell was actually playing for Portmore United, and he left and went overseas to continue his time. All right, yes, and you have to be honest to yourself. All places overseas, not care what people will say, all places overseas are higher developmental places than the places in Jamaica. Regardless of how you want to take it, that is just the reality. So once the guys them leave and go overseas, even Zimenez that's not playing any ball, he will come here and dominate the Manning Cup. All right, so it's hard for you to pick a Manning Cup player to say that he should make your top 5. All right, Anderson made it because we saw what he had to offer. So I'm going to just give you some players and you go back and check them. All right, Clark, Connor Boyce Clark, which is the goalkeeper, Connor Boyce Clark. Then you have Dexter Lembikisa. I'm going to put Zimenez on it because we have to put as much people that persons know. Zimenez, Dujon Richards, Tyler Roberts, Hutchinson. So what's wrong if Yes, under 21 players. Under 21 players. Under 21 players. I'm giving you as much, you know. All right, jump up, give him 5. He said Lembikisa, Hutchinson, Clark, that's Connor Boys, Clark, Zimenez, and then Whisper. Tyler Roberts made a move. It's not the best, you know, but at certain points he showcased some abilities right there. Yes, but I wouldn't put him in the top 5. All right. Well, fair enough. And who I would put in it, I think you guys keep on excluding this guy, you know. My boy there from Waterhouse, the centre back. Romy Blake is under 21 as well. Romy Blake. And remember, he played in the JPL in 2023. He played in Concacaf as well in 2023. He played in the Manning Cup. And so you have enough information on him to decide if you think he should make it. And I think he should make it because if you put Zimenez in it, Zimenez only get a few minutes for Circle Rega's main team, which is a big deal because that is the Belgian Pro League, Jupiler Pro League, yes. But he played in CONCACAF, played in the JPL, and also did similar in the Manning Cup. So Romy and Blake would have made my listing as well. Would you guys put Rochester on it, because Rochester moved from moved from Premier League JPL, played U20s and also in America at this point. We saw a brief spell of the player, but a lot of people, they weren't impressed with him. But I'm just putting him on the list to show you that we have a lot of players under the 21. My boy there that came in for one of the Brandon Covers. All right, so this is a lot of names, you know. This is a lot of names, you know, guys. All right, it's a lot of names. All right. K Dixon. All right, so Alj put in Dixon. No. All right, GS said Dexter, Hutchinson, Keyroy Anderson, Connor Boys, Clark, and Whisper is 5 right there. All right, honorable mention, Blake, Rochester, Ainsworth, Tyler Roberts, Brandon Covers. Okay, well, you just give you 5 and we will start with the 5 right there. Then we have Tyler Roberts, no better than Devontae Campbell. I am not 100% sure, Big Boss, all right? I am not 100% sure there, which is a good thing. Dexter, Connor, Anderson, Hutchinson, Whisper. All right. So most people have been the same ones, but we have a lot of under 21 players, you know. Kobe, all right. See, people put it. I knew it. I knew we were going to get some arguments on this one. The top 5 best young players, and I'm going to take you guys vote, you know, from here, you know, to make the video. So when I do make the video, you guys have to support me in the comment section, because people will come on and beat me to say that Malachi Douglas is better than half of these guys, because last year they were telling me that Whisper was better than half of the guys them on the list. Which all of those guys on the list went on to do well. You understand me? So you guys have to make sure you see the video, go and support it when the time comes. Sian Bowen, oi, how are you doing, my brother? Hope all is well with you guys. Malachi Douglas, yeah, man, I would put Malachi Douglas on the list, but it's a long list, you know. Ainsworth is on the list, you know. Christopher Ainsworth is on the list. Daly is on the list. So a lot of them on the list, but it's going to stretch to around a 30-man list to make 5. All right. Devontae should be. All right. Devontae Camp. So Unseen. All we ask, Unseen, just give your players. All right. So others can argue the point. You can't just bad me up to put whoever on my list. My list was dubbed for my list, but we did a video so you could name your list. Don't fight my list. Just make your list. Cover JD. All right. I heard that K Dixon will be going to Spain soon. Well, no problem. Based on his 2023 year, do you believe that he should make a top 5 spot of all the talented Jamaican players them that's eligible to play for Jamaica? Let me know. So if you say so, all right then. But for me and others in the chat, they are not saying that. All right, yes. So we're just giving everyone the opportunity to pick their list. All right, yes. Malachi Douglas Tom says, Tom, I expected you to say that. Yeah, man, we'll put Malachi on it. Guys, remember, I big up Malachi Douglas, Evelina, but it is a Jamaican under 21s that's possible, that all of them are eligible to play for Jamaica. So you have to range what they did in 2023, the level that they are playing at. Yes, you have to look at all of those things. So if you don't know all of them, you have to just go and research, because you have a lot of talented players. All right. Jaheim Thomas, all right. So Tom, all right. Big up yourself, and Jamaican Guna. Hope all is well. Yes. So all right. So the number one spot based on performances. The first at the start of the year, Wolves came out and said that Lembikisa is their top individual to build their team around. He played a few games, notable two against Liverpool, played against Gakpo, pretty much did well on Gakpo. Then he left to play against Mexico after one of our players failed. He came on, did well, a good job on Chucky Lozano, and then he marked majority of the Concacaf's best players on all the best teams throughout that whole time in the Gold Cup and also the Nations League. And then he went down to Rotterdam and had a good spell enough to warrant even a spot on one of the promotion teams coming up to the Premier League. If that's not the biggest jump, we have in all of Jamaica's players in total, not just the under 21s, you know. So that's how far he is ahead of everybody, you know. Ahead of everybody, because you can say he has the best year out of everyone as well. If you're going to look at who had the best year as a reggae boy, he literally could be the best one as well. Yet because he transformed into a solid player between the Premier League and the Championship in 1 year. That's amazing, because we never had him that high until he came and put himself out there. So what I have to say with Dexter Lembikisa, keep doing it, my brother, because no one talked. We gave him the hype, you know, but we never looked at him at that level and what he did. You see, when I said it to you directly, you can't just definitively find other reggae boys, maybe between Eat and Pinnock, and also Damari Gray's performance to say they had a better year than him in 2023. And it's because Damari Gray came in and did so well for Jamaica. But for club level, I don't think he has moved the needle so much. You understand me? So Dexter Lembikisa would rival everyone in the Reggae Boyz team for a top spot overall. So that's a no-brainer to put him first in the under 21s. All right. So Dexter Lembikisa, that's my justifiable argument, you know. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open the panel. I'm going to open a panel so everyone can come in. So we're doing the top five, so everyone will give their arguments on it. Top five young talents under 21, and then we go for the top 5 performers in the Reggae Boyz team. Can be under 21s, just like we talked about Dexter Lembikisa just a while ago, or it can just be the big guys then, but everyone will be open to that pool. So top 5 Reggae Boyz performers, and then in our next video we will include Reggae Girlz, because I'm going to do one for the Concacaf region, so at least everyone could understand, like, keep up with other teams, you know, because that is a job for me as well. So yeah, man. So 1 second, please take your time, hit the like button, and this video won't pass 2 hours. I wanted to limit it under an hour, but obviously if I'm going to talk on that and give people opportunity to speak, it's not going to finish so early. All right. Triple E, Jackie Love, Real Baller, big up yourself, thanks for being here. Yeah man, Dexter, yes. But I just gave my point, you know. So if you guys disagree, because we saw Unseen and everyone in the chat, so if they want to disagree, I would love to hear from them. But I'm going to open the call-in first. Give me a second, because I just came back and this is the first time I'm turning on the computer, you know. That is a surprising thing. The first actual time I'm turning on the computer since I came back. So alright, so let me open the post-match side and I will share the link to you so you can just click it and come in the call-in. Alright, because I don't have the phone call-in one. I've bought the extra wire that I had some problems with, so we will get back the call-in soon. Alright, yes. So let me mute, let me get this thing pinned for you. Alright, so I'm having some problems spinning this thing, but the link is right there, so you can come in. Let me fix it right here for you. You can come in and give your take on the top 5. So I've listed up my first, you know. I'm gonna name my first. Alright, 1 second, let me try and get this in. The discard, where's the discard? Alright, so this is the discard. Alright, so this is the discard. So guys, as you're coming, please do smash a like button, share, and subscribe. Alright. So this is my Lembikisa is my number 1. Alright, so number 1. I'm going for my Lembikisa. So I'm just putting in my number 1. So by the time you guys come in, you can argue yours. Unseen, the link is there, so we can hear what you have to say. 3 and 4, 5. Alright, so for number two, even though he has not officially played for Jamaica, I am going to put the Hutchinson back there based on what he did in that time. I'm going to put Hutchinson right in the mix. Hutchinson make my second, and let me just make it fast. Hutchinson make my second. Anderson, the jump from Anderson would make my third. Connor Boys Clark would make my fourth. And I'm going to leave my 5th spot open. I'm going to leave my 5th spot open. Because what I would have jumped to do, I would have jumped to put Whisper in it. But it would have done, because remember, it's a conversation for under 20 for 2023, you know. And if you're going to say 2023, we had Zimenez left from the Manning Cup, JPL, and went to Belgium and played as well in Belgium. So, and you have several others that I wanted to have the conversation open. So Whisper would be a candidate for the 5th spot, but not a locked on the 5th spot, because Whisper played the Manning Cup, then he played in the competitions that Concacaf competitions, Gold Cup and Nations League. Remember, Zimenez didn't do that, you know. So we want to have the conversation before. I'm going to open my spot. I'm going to leave my spot open. All right, but if you guys don't want to leave yours open for the conversation, you don't have to. All right. The 5th spot is between Whisper, Satchwell. Okay, so Mirak saying he's not even giving Zimenez a mention. Wow, that is tough, because Satchwell never made a move like Zimenez. So that's why I wanted to put you see, guys, that's why I think it's fair to put everyone in it, in that 5th spot to fight it out, because Satchwell never made a big move as Zimenez, because Zimenez move is a good move, you know, guys. Don't think it's alright, you know. We see Jason Guna in the discard, so we're gonna bring him in, and let me share it again. Yes, Satchwell did make a move, and fairly he should be involved. But I'm just saying, if you're going, it's fair to put Satchwell in it, but also fair to put Zimenez in it as well. And then we know that Whisper should be in it because he played the amount of games for the national team. All right, so go ahead, Jason. Let me try to pin this.
Yeah, so big up people. Happy New Year, everyone. Big up JD, everybody in the chat. Yeah, so my list looks similar. For the fifth spot though, I'm gonna put Whisper in there. I think there's a lot of honorable mention though, like Blake, Romain Blake, Rochester, Satchwell, Ainsworth for his
So would you
consistency.
put so what Whisper did for you to put him in that spot, and what the others did for you to put them
Well,
a rival for the fifth? No, you never put any. You just put one player. So what Whisper did different
no.
from the others them?
Okay. For me, it's the gravity of the move he made. It's also being able to make the national team and get game time. I think those things really helped him in his argument for me to be there. Of course, it's a bit weird because a lot of it is just based on the move he made, and we haven't seen where he end up yet from that. But I think just him being able to secure the pre-contract with Chelsea, that to me trumps a lot of things that other people would have done. For me personally, just trying to get
Included Zimenez going to Belgium and playing in
yes,
Belgium.
if yeah, but you say playing in Belgium. When's the last time
Played,
Zimenez has played?
played, and it's a conversation of 2023. What you did in what I'm trying to do is
Yes,
to
and
calculate. Oh,
early in
what?
the year he was playing, and then he wasn't playing after that.
No,
So it's not like he didn't play
let me
full time.
finish. Let me finish. All I'm saying is I'm trying to evaluate things. So you said he made a move to Chelsea, and I'm saying if just making a move to Chelsea, and then you go into he never made the move to the Pro League. Let we not talk as if like because the first article came out, he was signed to the younger circle. So let we make sure we give
Yeah,
Whisper his credit, because if it's under 21 for Chelsea and under 21 for Circle Breaker, the Chelsea one would be trumped higher.
level.
So definitely I
Yeah,
agree with you there. But because he made a move to and get even game time, which it was due to injuries and international break as well. So we have to put everything in it because we follow the players then. I am just asking if just the move alone, because I thought you would have said, oh, because he made the national team, playing in the national team with the move, it surpasses him making an actual debut for what he did in Belgium. But just
yes,
signing for
that
Belgium,
was
I wouldn't.
no, but
Yeah, go ahead.
no. I was just saying that's exactly the point I made when I was talking about Whisper. Was not only was the move to Chelsea impressive, even though he hasn't kicked a ball for them, he made the national team and was used by the coach. And I wouldn't say he was incredible in his appearances, but he contributed. He came off the bench in some games and created something, scored a deflected goal. So I think that those things for me put him over the top in terms of that fifth spot, just for me.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. But I just no, because guys, remember I say a lot of the kids them did well, and maybe some of them listening to this. So we have to make sure we put in all the context. I don't just want to jump and just say one person get it, because what Zimenez did, being that he never got signed for the main team and got a game time, and his team is doing well as well. Regardless of whatever the other surrounding, because they could have picked someone else to put in the Messina team. So I wanted to make sure
Right.
we acknowledge that, because that's a good thing. Sometimes when you leave here, you can still learn something, even though you're not siding with it, because most people never knew that he made the main team. You understand me? In 2023, so that's a good start for him. Yes, but I understand what Jason said. He would give Whisper the nod. So Whisper made the national team, played, and also scored. Someone make sure to remind me that he scored. Yes, he scored. Yes. All right, and also signed for Chelsea. We are still waiting to see where he's going to play, but that is in 2024, so it doesn't matter, because that is for 2024. You understand? It's a complete different conversation for next year. So we will look at that, what he did in 2024, to match it with what Zimenez would be doing, and others that will be breaking out. The Hutchinson's them, Lembikisa, we clearly talked about what they're doing. All right, so. And the link is right. The link is pinned, so people that wanted to come in to argue the position. So number one, who you have at your number one?
My number one for this list would have to be Dexter Lembikisa. I think his steady rise up the ranks as far as working his way into the first team fringes at Wolves, getting his chances in the cup games, and then making the loan move to a championship team that's struggling, And I believe out of 25 games, he has started 22 of them. So yeah, I think his consistency, his consistent level of always playing for his team, I think I would have to put him at number one as far as our under 21 players.
All right, so number one. All right, fair enough. What would you say? Because at this point, they are saying that West Brom looking to try and get him to bolster their squad. What would you say? You think it's best for him to go there, or you think he should stay here and try and develop?
Me personally, I don't want him to leave. I don't think that Rotherham have the type of squad that will have him challenge for his position as much. I know that he's struggling. I know they're down at the bottom, but at the same time, when you look at West Brom, they have some more experience in that right back role. The player that currently plays right back has started almost every game for them. So, me personally, I think it's way more important for him to just be playing games. And I just worry that if he goes to West Brom, it will be like a rotational type of thing. And I think it would be better for his development to just be playing games, regardless of, Rotherham not being as good as West Brom. That's just my take on that.
Okay, fair enough. People, let me know in the comment section, because that is the deal for him on the table. So let me know if you would rather him go to West Brom at this point, because I had said the same thing, a similar thing to what Jason said. You have to cue in those things, the type of coach that you have, look at the type of player he is, and also who is ahead of him. And remember, at this point, it's games he needs. It's not necessarily him need to get promoted to the Premier League. He's from a Premier League team already. And they have already put out articles almost 6 months ago saying that he's the main player that will develop their queue of players coming through their development. He's the top of that bunch. And clearly he shows that he has that talent to stay there. So with that said, would you just still go to West Brom and fight for it and say, if I do get that position, the first position, that would mean that I am definitely the top generational talent, and maybe can rise my value higher? I would stay on the fence. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think with him, it would be best if he consults with Wolves and just see what they think about it. Because at the end of the day, these clubs, they want to make sure that one, the system is a good system for him to be playing, and two, what the minutes will look like. And I just worry that with the West Brom move, since they have a more accomplished right back there already, I just, I would think that Wolves would want him to be playing the most amount of minutes possible.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, right now, Rotherham looks like the spot that's going to give him that, for sure. So if I am Wolves, their parent club, I think the amount of minutes he gets to play would be paramount for me. And clearly they thought that Rotherham was a good spot for him, or they wouldn't have sent him there. So I don't see the need of him switching teams halfway through the season when it's actually going well for him there. Not results-wise.
Danica Knight said they have I've seen reports that they have recalled him, but I don't know if the recall happened, but they said he had to be recalled. So if you see reports that he was recalled, that means they make up their mind then, which would be sad then. That means unless they have gotten assurance to say that he will get the game time that's needed to develop, or he believes that he can challenge, but boy, it's going to be tough, because if I do see him get that top spot, I think we have to say that he's just the standout right back, even if Latibodier is available. Because that means that club that he's fighting for position 4 would be even higher than Coventry, which we're going to talk about Coventry and KC Palmer and Latibodier right after, but we wanted to finish this. But if he makes this move, I have to say this guy, we have to give him the equal praise as to what we give every one of the other young kids, because he's just 20 years old, man. So you have to give him the credit, man. Damn.
Another thing to look out, JD, is, these parent clubs, when they send them out, they try to find similar situations. And if you look at Rotherham's system of play, they actually employ the back 3/back 5 system, just like Wolves. So in terms of continuity for the player, again, I think Rotherham is just a better fit.
Okay, well, we're gonna do the research after. to find out if they have recalled him. You know, because if they have recalled him, more than likely that is the situation. Let me big up them people.
Yeah.
Guys, once you come in, please do hit the like button, share, and subscribe. I don't have more than 2 hours. 2 hours, we'll finish it, and we have a set amount of things to do. So everyone that came in, massive respect and happy new year to all of you guys. All right, if you're new to the channel, get the 800 more to reach to the 10,000. Kush, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Mr. United said, JD, I don't know where Whisper going to play at Chelsea, but I know it's not the first team. Well, everyone have a chance to work hard. I don't think, just like what we're talking about Lembikisa, he is the #1 right back for our country. But yet still he couldn't make the Wolves main team. Yeah, obviously he made it, but he couldn't start there, so he had to go somewhere else. So if he's first on the list, I don't expect Whisper to be the first set of players for Chelsea's main team. But it still showcased that he has potential and need to go there and grasp the knowledge. And then if he does make it at some point, we will congratulate him and we will do it in 2024. So I understand, I think your problem, Mr. United, is similar to me, is the over-exaggeration of things. But you have to understand it's our culture. So that's why I'm taking it much more lighter in 2024. It's just our culture, Mr. United, and you're not going to get away with it. We overhype the guys then because we are familiar with them. And not me and you, but people in the country overhype most of the guys them and push them before time for several reasons. But it's just about that, But let me see. 2024 coming, it's January now, so let's see. And Chelsea have 1 billion injuries, so you never may know. Because if they get 4 more injuries in the wing department, the striker department, you never may know. You might just see Whisper running out. That hype y'all keep putting on these schoolboy footballers. Whisper got him on social media, sending people up under their mother. Okay, well, I don't know. We have a culture. Danica, all right. Thank you, Danica, for that information. I will definitely check up on it. Let's focus on the subject. Yes, man, it was the subject, but we had to talk about the top 5. You can't just pick a top 5 and have no education towards what it pick the top 5. People that watches our video, that's what they come on our channels for. The education that we apply towards things around it. So if a Whisper of a fan, he will learn what he had done in that time, but at the same time learn something about Zimenez to say, okay, let me start watching Zimenez because he was out of the limelight. So our channel is mainly for educational purpose, and I can't try to avoid wars because I can't avoid the war and not educate the people. That's our job. Tyler Roberts get recalled from loan as well. Okay, nice. Alright, El Padrino, massive respect. Sporting Dad, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Jamaica is very lucky to have such a young talent like Dexter. I do believe so. And that's why this should influence us to start taking these guys from early. You understand me? Because I do believe that you never may know where he's going to turn up in the next year. And that would just put him just shy, Jason, of 21. And England is not blessed with right and left backs that actually can go forward and defend. Because at this point, defending Trent Alexander is not the same type of human being. Kyle Walker is getting older. My boy there again at Newcastle is actually getting older as well. My boy there at Manchester United only can defend. You get me? So you never may know, with a good year or 2, you sprung up and you're in talks for England call-up. So him coming to Jamaica earlier should show me that this is the right direction we are going in at all point. Yes. All right. So
JD, I'm seeing some news just to corroborate for Danica. They said that he's gonna get recalled and they're looking to loan him back out to Middlesbrough.
Well, that even so them decide to loan him back to Middlesbrough. Okay. Yes, but we are talking about Dexter. We have to talk about everyone. We talked about this Dexter majority of the show. But we have to still give everyone, all of them are Jamaicans, Yes, not because other fans might hype up Whisper over what you perceive him as. I still have to talk about him. I'm just not going to turn it into fights like before, you know, because it's a different year and we have learned enough. That's all. But I will have to talk about him because I'm running a program. You know, I'm talking about Dexter. Yes, Devon Porter. Yes, man, he's exceptional. We have to give him his credit. He is exceptional, and he had a very, very good year. Maybe the best rise for a reggae boy. I think I will put him at the best rise. Who you will give as your best rise in 2023 for a reggae boy, Jason? I am going to give. So Dexter Lembikisa won the under 21 award, you know, but I'm going to give him the best overall rise for a reggae boy. All right, I am. That's my award. I am giving him both awards. That's what me I give him. Go ahead.
Yeah. Best rise. I guess you'd have some people that could get it as well. Maybe like a Travante moving to Serie A. You have
Jesus God.
you have Boza moving to French League. From Russia.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not saying that they haven't.
No. Wait, as you drop, no, because it's a debate, you know. It's a debate. So it's a Travante moved from the JPL and went to the Syria, which is Salernitana. He's out of the rotation completely.
Yeah, he's injured.
All right, so he's injured. So he's out of the rotation completely injured. All right, no problem. But what you saw from him. You have to evaluate what you saw from him overall. If it's you can compare it with what Dexter did over the entire year.
Right. Yeah, I mean.
Cephas, yeah, Cephas. No, someone put Cephas in it. Yeah, Cephas, yeah.
Cephas is a good shout. Cephas is a very good shout as well. But that's why I wanted to say something, because I know. You know, we've been talking about under 21 players, so that's what's in our head. But I know if we think about it some more, there might be some that could challenge him for the biggest rise. So that's why I mainly wanted to just bring up names, because I figured people would throw more names and we could have an actual conversation.
Yes. So Cephas Anderson came in. What you wouldn't put Damar Gray on it? I think Gray has to go on the list.
Yeah, Gray in terms of the rise he made with Jamaica for sure. But
yes.
I think, you know, when you look at his club level, where he moved from and where he moved to,
yes,
it kind of takes away from the argument a little bit. But
okay,
yes, Bernard standing, yes, very big rise for him.
Bernard, you would put Bernard in it because he was injured, never really playing lower league. Came back to Manchester United, stopped, and then
Bernard should be in the conversation as well, because he has kind of resurrected his career this year in terms of just, you know, nailing down a spot at a team in the championship and being pretty much a starter. So yes, he has had a good rise this year, kind of, you know, steady his career, so to speak.
All right, so I'm not going to do the best rise because Jason brought some arguments that Mike can stand up to scrutiny. So I will leave you guys up to that. So give me the take in the comment section. Who would be a best rise as well? But we have to be honest. No. We have to be we can't. I would have said Whisper could have gone into it because he left on Manning Cup. So yeah, he would have been on the best rise as well. Yes.
Yeah.
And we have to put Zimenez on it as well, because if you're gonna put man that just turn up at places, Zimenez have to be in it as well. Yes, so Zimenez. So let me put the list. You can add more to the list, you know, because you guys are gonna say that I'm fighting against Satchwell and those mans. All right. So Cephas, Dexter Lembikisa, Anderson, Gray, Bernard. But Gray, you can put let me take out Gray. Gray had the big baller before him come here, because I had so Gray out of it. We can't put Gray in it. Bernard, Whisper, Zimenez. So those are the guys we have on the list so far. All right. So let me move into the other big talking points. Them now. The top 5 performers overall for the Reggae Boyz. All right. Reggae Boyz. Yes. So I'm not going to say anything. No, this is based off everything. No. Me no watch Jamaican only. So me not gonna talk about what happened in Jamaica national team. Everything. Alright, so everything. So our channel is educated because they watch all of these players play football. So let me give our top. Let me stretch it to top 10. top 10, number 9. Last year performance, Bailey. Oh no, man. Yo, boy, I tell you. Carnif, let me start with 10. 10. Let me say 10. Alright, let me see 10. Alright? They said we are sleeping on Norman Campbell. Oh Lord. Alright, let me put Norman Campbell right there. My goodness. Norman Campbell. Alright. So, Jason, Gray and Bailey out. No. Gray and Bailey can go in the top 10. But performance over 2023 for club and country. And you say Bailey number 1? I think you have not watched football. I'm very sorry. I don't even think. I am struggling to put Bailey in the top 3 for club and country. Alright? Club and country. Top performers in 2023. And you say Bailey are number 1? No, you have not watched the Reggae Boyz. Alright? For my number 1, Jason, because you know you like to thief my answers. I wanted to give you the chance. No, you know what? We will stop. No. All we can do it now for make a can't keep answers.
So we can alternate. We can alternate who goes.
Oh, we can do
You
it.
want to do the first one?
All right, let me do top 10. They said top 10. Let me say top 10. So number 1, club and country over the 2023. Number 1. I have to say Ethan Pinnock. I have to say Ethan Pinnock. Hear me out. Why I've said Ethan Pinnock? Because we said club and country make the Premier League best 11. I think it's only one player that I've ever known for Jamaica that made the Premier League best 11. Alright, official Premier League best 11. So Ethan Pinnock did that, and all statistic metrics came in the second half, did well, and he never came to the Gold Cup, so that damaged his overall dominance. Alright, it damages overall dominance for 2023. So it drawed people back closer to him. But Ethan Pinnock was by far. So when he come to Jamaica, for almost every match that he played, he was actually the man of the match for those games. When we had 80. No, not 80. Am I? Yeah, man. At the National Stadium, Jason. Almost every match, he is the first or second best player on the field. Right throughout we qualifying to the Copa America. So put his historic level of performances for his club, and put in when he's available for Jamaica, how dominant he is. I have to put Mr. Ethan Pinnock as the best Jamaican player 2023, hands down, not even close. Alright, that's what I've said. Jason, go ahead now. Jason, I want to hear how you are with that one day.
Alright, so you're not gonna get no war for the first place. I think Ethan Pinnock, when you look at his performance for Brentford, a team that is perennially not in the top 10, to be a defender on a team like that and statistically be placed in the top 11 of the Premier League is a huge feat. And even though Brentford has been conceding lately, if you look at his personal stats, they're still the same levels, above a 7 most of the time, almost 9 out of 10 games. So I'm not going to argue with you there. I think missing the Gold Cup was big, but when you factor in, it's not like he didn't want to play the Gold Cup. It just couldn't work out with his situation. I'm not going to knock off any points for those misses of games. And as you said, when he plays for Jamaica, he's always a consistent 7 out of 10 performer as well. So consistency, brilliance, Ethan Pinnock number 1 for the 2023.
Rule go straight in at number 2 because me now go first. All let me know. You go number 2. Number 2. Let me hear just number 2, people.
Yeah, number two for me. I have to remember, people. This is the entire 2023.
Yes,
so
yes.
Look at
recent form. Yeah.
Great. Exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, I think, Damari has a shout to be number 1. But when you factor in, he played from the Gold Cup to now, I can't really put him number 1, especially due to his time at Everton towards the end. He wasn't really playing. So for me, consistency, quality, performance, number 2 this season or this year would have to be Bobby De Cordova Reid. Hello? Yo, I'm not hearing you, JD. People, can you hear me? Second place for me is Bobby Reid, you know.
Yes, so I'm back now because my card pull
Okay.
out. Yes, my card pull out because Jason Thief Mansa, you know. Yes, so Bobby Reid, I had at number 1, number 2 as well. Yes, yeah, man. You guys are hearing me back. The audio is back, right?
Yeah, man, we're hearing you. We're hearing you now. We're hearing you
All
now.
right,
I
all right.
said
Yeah,
man
man. That's
get
true. Me
power.
get
Yeah.
now. Me now give him the first
Me
start
get
because him thief me
man
answer.
get
You know.
excited. Man get excited because we say Bobby
Sure.
Reid and plug out everything, people. Man, no.
sorry. My fault. So yes, Bobby Reid. I would say Bobby Reid is. Remember Bobby Reid in the first half of the Premier League, which is last season. Bobby Reid was one of the more productive outlets for Fulham, and this year he has not been as good, but he's still consistent enough. JD lie. Namesake him thief you pick. No, oh my god, you know what? Alright, I me thief just to pick. Alright, it's okay, alright. Yes, but Bobby Reid took second spot. And the one in the Jamaica team, we have to give Bobby Reid his credit because you guys find every reason in the country to bring him down, and he finds every reason for you guys to have no talk. All right?
And I want to say, yes, I want to say 2023 was the year of shutting up people for Bobby Reid because I never see a player go from the scapegoat to the hero so fast. I don't hear anybody cussing Bobby Reid again. And finally breakthrough and people realize what he brings to the team. So for that, I am extremely happy.
All right, so now the big number 3, guys. Number 3 on the list. This one, I think number 3 will not be as troublesome as what we thought. Number 3.
I don't know. What are you going to say?
All right, so number 3, no. Number 3 is a tough one, you know. A tough one. All right, number 3. It is tight because I have number 3 with two players in it. My 2 players in it is actually Damari Gray because of what he came in and done. And Mikel Antonio as well, because Mikel Antonio was integral for West Ham last season. Worst of when Skamaka came in and failed. And he was one of the leading goal scorers for them to take the entire trophy in actual Europe. And still saved West Ham's season. And in even the Gold Cup, he was one of the integral part of linking the play. Obviously, he never had any goals in the Gold Cup, but definitely you could see that without him, we had serious problems. I.e. in the Canada game when he came off, and then we had to go for Trevor Stewart and everyone. But at the same time, we have to talk about where we put Damari Gray. Damari Gray came in and he made several actual teams. He pretty much carried Jamaica on his back, and on top of that he went to Saudi in a new league and he kept his performances up as well. So it's tough to choose in between them, but for some reason I have to say overall I have to still put Mikel Antonio at number 3 and then go for Damari Gray at number 4. Based on what Mikel Antonio did overall. I think he might trump him, but if you put him at number 3, Gray at number 3, I have no problem. But for club and the season for 2023, I think Mikel Antonio would slightly beat him for 2023. Go ahead, Jason. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I know the debate start then.
Yes.
I don't even have Antonio or Gray in my third spot.
In your third spot?
My third spot would be Andre Blake.
Andre Blake for a third spot. All right, roll out the information them to fight my detailed graphical conversation here. Yes.
Yeah. So for 2023, I think when you look at the performances of Blake in the MLS, he had maybe a 1 month where it was below his standard. It was around the time when they played against Messi and them. He had a little dip in form right there around that time.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, he was extremely consistent. He was extremely consistent when he played for Jamaica. Came up with some huge saves that helped us to get to the Copa America and to the semifinals of the Nations League. I think, when you look at the totality of his season with consistency, playing all the time, I think for Antonio and Gray, they have both had some spells where they haven't been playing football. So for that reason, I think I'm going to put Blake at 3 in terms of performance for the Reggae Boyz. Just consistency and maintaining, that level of greatness when he plays for us, that is always evident. So, yeah, I think, and also, if we're going to be honest, some of the things that we used to beat him for in terms of, what he lacks in the goal, I think he has done some big improvements as far as playing out with his feet. He looks a lot more competent. I mean, obviously, still not Edison or anybody of that level, but I think he has definitely worked on that side of his game, and it's evident in how he plays now. So, I think Blake, 3rd place for me.
All right, so I had never had Blake in my 3rd because remember I made my statement. So Jesse can make his statement. That's why he's here to make his statement. I am not sharing the same statements as him. All right, so number 4 for you. Pick a number 4 because I have Damar Gray at number 4.
Yeah, because you had Gray at 4. All right,
yes.
So I am gonna place Damari Gray at number 4 as well. Because I think when you look at the impact, I don't think there's been a player that has come in and impacted us like this since probably Dean Burton back in '97. So when you look at that, I think that kind of trumps some of the struggles he had with his club, and then the way that he's been able to find his feet in Saudi Arabia, starting every match consistently, one of the highest statistically on the pitch. I think the goals will start to flow more as we get into the new year, as he gets more comfortable. But I think for Jamaica, his impact cannot be understated. So I'll put him right there at number 4.
All right, so number 4. So you have Gray at number 4 above Mikel Antonio. All right, no problem. And I like your reasoning there. Guys, no worries. We are just putting on a list. If you have yours, I have no problem. All right, Tom says you agree with it. Tom, I've realized your comments only go when we see like a specific set of people. All right, which I think you need to get involved in the entire thing, or else I can't read your comment. All right, because it will seem like you're a little bit biased towards only a set of people, Yes, so number 5 for me. Number 5 for me. This is where the tough one comes in now. Number 5, I will give Andre Blake the number 5 spot. The reason why I'm going to give Andre Blake the number 5 spot, he's overall here for Jamaica. You had patches, Jason. Never talked about the patches them. You have patches when we are questioning if we could just start Wait over Blake.
Yeah.
Because he did so well when in the absence of Blake. Because remember, Blake had several absence, sick, and also decided not to play as well. We have to remember those things. And the debutant came in and did extremely well. So, but when he got back his game, he had games that were bad for Jamaica. But he had way more good games and kept us in it, just like Damar Gray kept us alive in several tournaments. He was also the second person behind Damar Gray. Damar Gray and Ethan Pinnock was always majority of the time the saviors for Jamaica. You understand me? So with that said, and for his club, you can't even talk about it. For his club, hands down, he's always the man for his club. So with that said, I think that he makes my number 5 spot so far. Alright? Yes, so I am not going to put him lower than number 5 because I think he's a talent, and definitely what he did in the Canada game, believe me, I still remembered about it, Yes, so I have to give him credit, yes. So number 5 for you, Jason, go ahead.
Number 5 for me, oh boy. I think even though he hasn't been prolific for Jamaica this season, I think his role in our attacking team cannot be understated. I think when he holds the ball, we get the best out of Bailey, Gray, and all the rest running off of him. And I think that his performance in the Conference League and then towards the end of the season in the Premier League, kind of getting them safe because they were fighting the relegation for a while. I have to give the 5th spot to Mikel Antonio, and hopefully he'll be back soon. I saw him putting out some posts saying, boy, they might work on the machine. So hopefully we'll see him soon. And March time he's there.
Them upgrade him to doubtful, so that it's between 3 weeks or so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And because we have 2 weeks, because games will really start the 14th, like the Premier League games, back. or close to the 10 to the 14. It give him more days to come back in Premier League. Obviously, we'll have FA Cup in between, I think. So I don't know if they're going to put him in that. But if what I'm pretty much saying, by the next Premier League, he's going to be extremely closer. All right, so
Yeah.
Warrior 777 said Bailey is ahead of Antonio. Shake my head. You don't even know the conversation, Warrior 777, because you cannot know the conversation and say Bailey is ahead of Antonio. Because for Jamaica, Bailey don't perform better than Antonio. And any footballer says that, football mind, that is a lie. Because Antonio is one of the most important players for Jamaica and one of the better performers for Jamaica without even goals. And for 2023, Antonio was way better than Bailey in the start. In the second half now, definitely you said Bailey gets the nod. No. And the player was injured. So if at 2023, it's hard for me to argue Bailey so high. You understand me? Well, Bailey is ahead JD in 2023 stats. Oh, I don't know what to tell you then. 2023.
Yeah, well, all of the pillow man them. My number 6 is
number 6 now. Number 6 now. So, guys, give your argument, no man, and stop just trying to start a war. JD, he scored in games and perform for his club. What? I'm not gonna war with you alone because I'm trying to cut out this for individual comments. Warrior 777 2023 no mean last 3 months alone. It means the whole damn 2023. I am going to done my argument right there. So for club and country, that's what we use put together to make our arguments. We're giving our arguments. So if you're not here from early, just go back to the start of the video, because I don't think people will argue with our entire list so badly. I'm going to wait for the comment section to prove my point, because we have good arguments. All right, number 6 Jason.
Yeah, so number 6 for me, I'm gonna have to put Leon Bailey on there. I think you know, when you look at the whole 2023, it didn't start out so great for him. You know, the Gold Cup performances were up and down, had some good games, I thought, against some of the inferior opposition, but didn't play as well against the better opposition. And I think, you know, when you look at his Nations League performances, they have left a lot to be desired. But I do think that his turnaround for Aston Villa from August to now places him up there, because, you know, I am seeing a lot of growth in his game. I'm seeing a little more defensive output as well. I'm seeing better decision making. So all the things that I used to always lament about him, I'm seeing him improve. So long may that continue. And yeah, for those reasons, I'm going to place him right here at number 6. There's the player that I'm going to put next was arguably better overall for the entire season, but I'll get to that when we get there. But for 6th spot right now in this top 10, I'm going to put Leon Bailey.
All right, so for 6th spot, I would agree that overall, for his contribution for club and country, especially bolstered by the recent form, because without the recent form, he would not have been nowhere close to the number 6. So the recent form really kicked him to the number 6 Warrior 777. Yes, and I would agree that I would put him at the number 6 spot. But that's about it. But his recent form had a lot to do with it. I was not impressed with him at the Gold Cup, and I was not impressed with him at the Nations League. All right, yes, I'm impressed with what he's doing with limited minutes in the Premier League, and also what he did in the Conference League with more minutes. I am impressed with that now. So that means I'm not biased. All right, yes, but I was not impressed with none of those competitions that he played for Jamaica. All right, yes. So let me continue. You remember, it's a full year, you know, guys, a full year. Number 7, because it's just 10, you know.
Yeah. And so number 7 for me, as I say, in my thinking, he was very close to the number 6 as well. I think this player has been extremely consistent, whether you're talking about Jamaica or his club team. You know, was able to gain promotion to the Premier League, and his team is, you know, finding their feet now in the Premier League, and he's recently become the captain with some of the injuries as well. So big up to Amari Bell, my number 7 for the year.
All right, so I'm gonna, because I had my 2 on my list, you know, my 2 players, them, you know, and you stole my number 7 spot as well. Yes, so Amari Bell, I wanted to put higher, but because of the recent form of Leon Bailey, hence why he got the number 6 spot, because I had Amari Bell ahead of him. But Amari Bell slide down because of the injury and the games that he missed. But he played well for Jamaica and an integral part of Luton's progression as well. And also him coming back, he had some good games coming back instant. All right.
Yes. Yes.
So my number 8 now, it's tough, guys, because I know you guys are going to want to start telling me about why I'm not putting certain person. Well, I'm very sorry, guys. I think this is where the young kid comes in, Dexter Lembikisa gets number 8 for me, I am giving Dexter Lembikisa number 8. I wanted to give Bowser it, because Bowser moved from Russia, in which he had okay spells, but once the changing of style there, he started to find difficulties, and then went into France and did well, and he came in with a good form in the actual Reggae Boyz to qualify. So Dexter, but because Dexter in his entire year, he started off with Liverpool and go straight down into the championship, then also performed consistent throughout the whole time. So that's why I put Dexter at my number 8. You can argue Bowser, but I have Bowser at my 9. Alright? And I saw people talking about Damion Lowe. I will talk about Damion Lowe. I have the spreadsheet when it comes on to Damion Lowe. So don't jump it. Don't jump it, man, when you get it. Alright? Yes. Dexter am my number 8. Jason, go ahead. Let me see if you're going to look votes. Alright? From the people in the chat. Number 8, Lembikisa. Don't talk.
Number 8, Lembikisa. Alright. For me, I'm going to go with, this one might be a surprise to some, but I think when you factor in, how effective he had been in the last few windows, as well as, the move to France, I am going to put Bowser at this number 8 spot. I think he was, if I'm not mistaken, he was the leading goal scorer for the year for Jamaica. Somebody can help me if I'm wrong there, but I think he was. His club team kind of drops him down the 10 for me because he had the issues in Russia. Partly not his fault because of all the stuff going on. But I think the move to Claremont for a bad team having good performances, maybe not scoring as much, but I think a part of that is just due to the team struggling in the league.
Look where me I go war in that chat now. Jay Shai, the man him say, Jay Shai said Bowser not even in his 10th spot. You see, and them war for the NBA every time, But
you haven't said your 10 yet. Have you said your 10?
Yeah, but no, they are giving their takes. They are just fighting, when we talk about a player. I've just said I'm gonna put Bowser at number 9. But I explained my reason why I put Lembikisa above him. You understand me? Yes, but Bowser gets my number 9 spot, man. I think Bowser did it well, and his improvements, because I saw where he failed in Russia as to the positions that he struggled in, and when he came to France, what he's doing in France, I can see the improvements as well, like he's literally learning, and then he puts both of them together and came into the Reggae Boyz team and showcased and show up. And definitely, yes, he's up there as the highest set of goals scorers. What you said, he's the highest goal scorer for 2023 overall?
For Jamaica, yes.
Okay, well, let me check it. Someone will check it, don't.
Like I said, I think I'm right on that, but I can get fact check in the chat if they want to check it.
All right, so you said, and we have at the number 9. Give it number 9. You give it number 9.
All right, so 8 Bowser. 9 for me is going to be Bowser 8, Bell 7. I'm just recapping my list to make sure. 6 was Bailey. All right, so for me, number 9 in the top 10 for 2023 club and country performance, I will have to give it to. This is tough, Very tough.
What? You have to question if you're not gonna put Lembikisa in it? Let me see. Let me see if you pander to votes. All right, because I think
No. I'm struggling between 9 and 10, whether to put someone 9 or 10. But no, for me, I'm gonna say number 9 is Lembikisa,
okay.
factoring in everything.
You got bullied to put him in it, because that's what people gonna say. No, I am the one that forced you to put him in it. All right, so
No, I have him and another, and I'll go ahead and say this one. Dexter Lembikisa 9, and I have Damion Lowe 10.
Oh, I know it. I am learning about Jason. Jason get bullied by the chat. All right, now number 10. My number 10 best player. Good Lord.
No, and I'll give my reason. Hold on, before you go, Jay, I just want to give my reason for the last two. Now, Dexter Lembikisa did very, very well for Jamaica, I thought, when he got his chances. He did have some games where he had to get subbed off and stuff, but, he's young, he's going to be a little inconsistent where that is concerned. But I have been impressed with him being able to go to Rotherham and cement a place as the right wing back / right back. That has been impressive to me. Damion Lowe, there was parts of the year when I kind of worried for him at Philadelphia because I knew that their centre-back pairing has been together for a few years now. And, I thought it was
the red card and the injury helped him big time.
It did. But when the players were back, the coach completely changed his philosophy. And, played a back three, which I thought was, mainly because he wanted to make sure Damion was still playing. So, I thought that was impressive for him to kind of go to a team that I was worried about him starting and force the coach to create a system for him to get game time. So I thought that was impressive. And I also thought that, while earlier in the year, some of his performances for Jamaica were a bit, off the mark, I thought he had a decent Gold Cup. And I also thought that he played really well in the last window heading into this Copa America. Heading into this semi-final. So,
a fan of mine that said, "I want an explanation for Bowser, Lowe, and Dexter." We gave it. Just still a reason now to make explanation because he no want Buckle and Big Stone.
Yeah, I'm just explaining why I think Damion Lowe got that last spot. Because there were other players that could have maybe gotten that 10th spot. But for me, I think when you look at the influence in the team, when you look at what he was able to do in Philly, I was worried for him. As I was saying, I thought it was a bad move. I thought he should have just stayed at Inter Miami. I know it's not up to him because the MLS moves the players around. But I thought it would be a struggle for him to get into that first team in Philly, just based on the continuity of their defense. But he was able to do so, and I thought he deserves credit for that.
All right, so guys, I'm going to come with a shocker because you have a lot of persons vying for this spot. Damion Lowe, that as Jason just documented, he came in a team that was not for him. Injuries, red cards, injury and suspension. He got the opportunity, did well. He came into Jamaica national team. It was up and down. He had a red card. He had a very bad game against Haiti as well. He had dropped out of the team, returned back in the team, and saved us in the end in the Canada game. So it was up and down, but that is the type of player that I have Damion Lowe as. It was not. You can't be sure what he's going to give you on every day. More than just the energy part. He's going to be a lot of fast twitch muscles. Rather. But I don't know which part it's going to go. But Daniel Johnson. I know you guys are going to burn me out. But Daniel Johnson. I think Daniel Johnson had a good 2023. And people disrespecting Daniel Johnson for the national team. Daniel Johnson puts in his shift and his numbers. And for his club team, Daniel Johnson puts in his shifts and his numbers as well. All right. And he's playing at a higher level, which is in the championship, Preston. And he's at Stoke now. All right. So Daniel Johnson keeps putting in good performances, but yet still we keep on not giving him any respect. All right, so we are going to say Lowe came in midfield and did this and did that. Well, Daniel Johnson had limited time, and every time you put him on the field, he performs. And for his clubs, he's always a mainstay and performing as well. So, Jason, you're going to tackle that because Daniel Johnson have statistics that's better than almost everyone, but he does not make it top 10.
Yeah, I think Daniel Johnson honestly was a victim of being a part of the team that is just always causing problems. Not saying that he's the main reason for it, but I found it very hard to put any midfielders from Jamaica in a top 10 because every single window, every single game, we're talking about the midfield deficiencies. And again, I don't think it's down to just Daniel Johnson, but I just don't think it would make sense for me to all year, as I'm analyzing Jamaica's performance, find shortcomings with the midfield and then put a midfielder in the top 10. For me, that is the main reason why. I know club wise, you could argue that that would put him over the top. But, you know, again, he has been playing well last season and going into this season. I think towards the end at Preston, it got a little bit bad for him in terms of not playing as much as he would like. But this year at Stoke, he has played the majority of the games starting. And when he doesn't start, he typically comes off the bench as long as he's fit. And he's doing well. So
And the numbers matching.
right
Yeah.
outside for me he was just right on the edge. But I think what took it over the top for me was I just found it hard to put any midfielders from the Jamaica national team into the top 10.
Okay.
I couldn't do it. That's the one part of the field that I wasn't going to put a player from the midfield. I just wasn't because we've complained so much, and it would be hypocritical of me, to put a top 10 together and then put a midfielder in it. I just don't think it makes sense.
All right, fair enough. I just showed my overall conversation, so you guys decide. So Daniel Johnson / Damion Lowe, that is the decider. So let me vote for it now. Jason, I have to go call the show. Laugh out loud. Man, them a joker. Alright, you have to join the Discord. The Discord is open and the link is pinned right there. And I have like 8 more minutes to go. I finish it on 1.5 hours. Guys, hopefully you hit the like button, because at the same time we're talking football. So hopefully hit the like button and get us closer to 200. Let me see. Alright, a good amount of you guys turn up. Massive respect. Happy New Year to a lot of you guys. Obviously, I've not posted anything because I'm a little bit sick coming back from England. Everyone was pretty much sick throughout the time, and it looks like it does affect me later. 1 second. 116 likes on the video, guys. Come on, do better than that. You can't tell me say the show nice, but it's not reflecting the likes. So if it's not on 200, I'm not really happy, A big new year, So the lack of 200 with fully educational points and educational wars. You must be mad, man. I mean, not just this attack. I give my points. Yeah, man. So, yeah, man, you support the show. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. All right? We don't want the money. We want the likes. So, give it the likes. Go ahead. Jason, go ahead. Look at Jason.
Sorry. No. What I was saying was just like to close out the top 10. I had some other people right there with Damion Lowe. Greg Lee and Jamali Waite were kind of the two closest for me.
Greg Lee and Jamali Waite. You put a slash there, Greg Lee and Jamali Waite. All right.
Those two were the closest to getting into my top 10 that didn't quite make it. And then after that, I had Johnson after those two.
Okay. All right, fair enough. No midfielder. Top 10 is right way. All right. So JD, no JD. Aka, we are talking about. Okay, no. Aka never talked. Aka never played in 2023. So me no know.
Aka never played this year.
So I don't know. Aka play sound this year. The show nice.
Best DJ,
okay,
best
no problem.
DJ
Thank you very much.
2023. Aka was best DJ.
Please, no war in 2024 on the platform. No, what we're saying, we're arguing, but we're arguing constructive because we're giving facts and other people giving facts and try to measure up which one we can show to the side and allow it to pass. That's pretty much how it's going to go, Yes, other persons not going to get involved in the war because they are not educated on what we're talking about. But they can still learn something, Yes, so I'm just telling them to support these type of wars, Yes, that's going somewhere. Yes, so, but Damion Lowe, as I've said, he's a cool player for me, But I still had to, when it comes down to Damion Lowe and his overall year, I had to put Daniel Johnson in it as well. I just believe that he was not clear of Daniel Johnson. And I've explained my point there. All right. Yes. So that's what I had on my list. And I'm pretty much done with the top listings and stuff, but I wanted to talk about KC Palmer and also the guys them that's playing. You have a few guys that can play for Jamaica and also playing for Jamaica back and doing well. KC Palmer, I think is an next player that we sold short in that, not just the arena, not the coach, because I think the coaches rate him highly. But for Jamaica, I don't think you guys watch him and understand what he does. Because we keep on saying that we want to attacking midfielder. I am going to say that I think that KC Palmer is the best attacking midfielder we have. Period. You know, only if we get Morgan Gibbs White are those guys. But I think KC Palmer is the natural best attacking midfielder we have. If we want to grade him right, I think we have to make him play attacking midfield, then we will grade him right. And I think even the 2 games we keep on never gave him credit for, I think he was still one of the better players on the field. I don't know what we're using to grade, because I went back to watch the games, you know, just to see why people saying that he's not doing certain things. But I'm realizing that what we expect as a Jamaican, or what we like to football, that's what we're using to grade some of these players. You understand me? And that is the biggest problem. Don't know what just have to say. Guys, give me a take in the comment section. JD, go ahead, Jason, go ahead. Yes, he's over Ravel. I think KC Palmer is better than Ravel.
Yeah, what I have to say is I never understood the evaluation of the player for the 2 games, especially like the first one in particular. Everybody was cussing him about losing the ball, but I was so impressed with that performance, because no matter how much we want players that are attacking midfielders to play attacking midfield, unless the coach is going to play one of those attacking midfielders in that role behind the striker that the system used, we're never going to see those players play the attacking midfielder role. But what I was impressed with was the amount of tackles and duels that he won, because I didn't think he had that in him as a player. So to me, it was like, okay, well, we want a better ball handler in the deeper space. And we think that Daniel Johnson maybe don't cover the ground and tackle as much. To me, this is the perfect player for the system, because he will give you the attacking prowess. And to my disbelief, he's quite a hard worker and tackler in midfield as well. So I was kind of upset that he got injured when he did, because I'm thinking that the coach saw something as well, because he played him in both of the games. So, you know, I just couldn't understand why people were saying he's not good after those 2 games. I couldn't understand it. And I think you might be onto something in that, like, you know, because maybe some of the skillful things he tried didn't come off. You know, Jamaicans want that skillful midfielder, you know, and I think, yes, he has that in him, but you have to look at what he brought overall, because a player with all skill and no work rate, that would have been a horrible display. But you have to factor in what he did without the ball.
Yes, and he came back from injury, you know, guys, a long-standing injury. And he came back, and his late runs, his football education. I just think that the possessioning on a field is important, and you can see that these guys are schooled very well. And I think that we don't realize that the man just come and play the first game for Jamaica, and he was one of the main players on the field on those first days. And we have other players that were rated to the sky. Was not as impressive as him. None at all. Are nowhere near him. Because he has these things of reading the damn game. Because I see hype people, and I think reading the game, so not for hype up people, I mean, the hardest thing, you know. That really hold them back from reaching top level, you know, because they have all the speed and power and the greatness. But reading the game is very hard. Setting in system is very hard for them. So when these guys come with their natural ability, they make the game look so easy. They are not running up and down and exerting so much energy. You think that they're not doing so much. And that is what I think you guys not using right to evaluate these players. You understand me? Because KC Palmer is a very good player, and I think if he can stay fit, that is the only problem I think he has, the injuries over the years. And I think that's what cost his entire career. If he was not an injury-prone player, he would have been in the Premier League a long time. Go back and read the history on this player. This player was a highly
Yeah,
rated
man,
player,
he
you know.
was labeled. He was
Highly
labeled
rated,
a
you know.
wonder kid. He was labeled a wonder
Highly
kid.
rated. Injury takes this guy down, you know. Yes, injury takes him down. So what you see him doing is just naturally what he could have done. He was actually doing for the whole time in his career. It's injury take this guy down. You get me? The man football in education is very good, and don't be surprised if he's back in the Premier League in no time. If he can just stay injury free. I think Ravel will get a club soon. He posted Reggae Boyz in his IG story a few days. Thank you very much, Tycoon. Palmer did get a play that open game cause Honduras and Haiti sit back. Fanaman said, hello, JD. No, I've not. I said all of our players, all of our hyped players, the players that was born in Jamaica, and you guys rate them highly. The weakest point of their game, aside from Shamar Nicholson, is reading the actual game. All of our other players, them, even on a pinnacle player, I think reading the game is the poorest part of him in game. Football education is the farthest part of his game, and I'm going to say it, and I know it is a fact, you know, but I'm not going to argue with you, know. All right, but I'm telling you, aside from Shamar Nicholson, all of the players that want to hype up, reading the football game are the biggest problem. I'm telling you, just watch, just avoid me, just take out my face saying it, go and watch them play. And just look at Shamar Nicholson, what he does well. Obviously, the rest of them might have better ability than Shamar Nicholson, which is true. You understand me? But him have the reading to put himself in the position. You get me? JD, that's why we need but that's why we said, JD, I'm confused with Coley's take on Reggae Boyz, midfield and Maggie. No man, you remember he's still Jamaican, you know, Omar Fowling. Still Jamaican. You understand me? And sometimes you have to understand that we are slightly biased to the persons on the land and what they're. And I've not watched what you're talking about, but I'm just gonna tell you what I've heard from him before. They will force things to say, make it happen one time, because remember, say, just like how we believe in the Bible, so we believe in one take. You understand me? We should not be doing things every single day and learn it and make it be easy. We should just do it one time. So we should draw with Mexico one time. We should not be better than Mexico. We should always remember that we feel a team full of local talent and we draw, so we have the talent. So if we spend the next 50 years for try to replicate that, when we can just pick the other players, them pick a sensible coach and do the job. So for me, Omar Fowling, pretty much what I'm saying, I wouldn't listen to him because he still has the Jamaican bias to him that we have not passed as yet. You understand me? Yes. So even though I think he's excelling, I still don't respect all of his takes. I think some of his takes come from just being more biased towards local Jamaicans. You know? Yeah, that's just my take still. I could be wrong. But that's what I've gotten from him several times. Yeah. Yeah, but Mr. United, and I've not seen his new interview. But based on what I've listened to him on, I know that's where he's coming from when he's picking certain players. You understand me? Yes, and it hold back the conversation we have to have now. When we always do these things, do we actually love Jamaica and want the best for Jamaica? Because if we're going to force it to say that, because look at it, you know, listen to this now. Look how it goes, Jason. We do this now. And we approve a point for 15 years and we don't reach the way. And then these guys come in, already proving the point in 2 years. Because we are not even looking, you know, we are already up there talking that Jamaica can beat anybody, you know. And it's over the last 2 years this stigma came on, you know. And it's because of who we are bringing in. So they want us to go back to square zero, spend 15 years, but what are we going to use to show that it's success? Because we're not going to win nothing, we're not going to qualify for nothing, and we're not going to get any money. So we're going to starve the development in the country and starve the actual progression of the main team now, just because of our selfish pride. So all I'm saying is, it makes no sense talking about Maggie them putting in no team, because them not even doing good at their own clubs. And their clubs are low level clubs. We have to be honest to ourselves. And what we have now is actually doing something now and also for the future, because they are qualifying for things, making money to come back into the federation to at least have the potential to aid other things going forward. You understand me? So that can build up more academies, and it can also at the same time influence other kids to come here. So I'm thinking that what's going on now is just far superior to what most of the born Jamaicans them that's inside football want to do. I don't think it's the right thing they are trying to achieve. I think it's just a myth as to how we always want to do 1 out of 100. Sorry if it's too long, but hope you get what I'm trying to say right there. What you have to say on that, Jason? If you have anything to say on it.
Yeah. Well, all I will add is I think that there's a set of fans of Jamaica that only think that success looks like, players that were born on the island doing great things for Jamaica. And I think that's just sad. People automatically assume that if we bring players in, the players in Jamaica won't have anywhere to go and this and that. But I've always said, we can develop local football and include our possible players in the team. We can do both things at the same time. So I don't know why we have to do one and can't do the other. But I think that both things can coexist. We can bring in the best players possible for all age groups, and choose the best players possible, and still develop players locally to get overseas contracts or develop the local league. So those two things do not have to, one of the things don't have to happen for the other one to happen, So I don't know why we're always arguing about these things.
All right. JD, Devon Cole have a lot of quality to play 14 goals. Yeah, man, I heard about him, but I'm going to watch some of the games. Yes, Stephen, we have a link right there, so you can just join the link, you press the link and come in the Discord, and you can talk for a little time. We have limited time to go. No, man, that's all I'm saying is we are doing something and it's working now, and I think it can work for the future, because I love when the coach talked on it and he said, this is what the coach says. The coach wants this to be stopped, as if like this barrier between overseas and local. He wants it to be stopped. That's why he came out and said, these guys are same like you, And I am telling you, me going to England and even meeting some of my family, like some of my cousins' sons and stuff in between, it showed me that what he was saying is really true, because some of them more Jamaican than me. You understand me? Some of them more Jamaican than even me. And surprisingly, one of my cousins' son, I met him and he was talking about one of the players them that we are trying to get to play for Jamaica. And when me and him start to talk and they know about this little riff, of people in Jamaica don't tend to like them, want to come, and play. They know about it. And he's just a young kid. And I'm saying, wow, you're so far it starts to stretch, because it's my family. And the next guy that wants to play, he plays professional football, but he's his friend, And they know about it. So we have to just understand that we are all Jamaicans, Of course, they are more Jamaican than you. Oh, come on, Jason Ferran. Stop the foolishness, man. You know what I meant? All right, tell you what. England is just an upgraded Jamaica. Birmingham is just an upgraded Jamaica. Maybe the streets them a little bit cleaner and more things you can get and more white people in there. But it's similar. It's just everything. Everything you want in Jamaica, you can get it. So the people them act the same way. The same exact way. Maybe some of them speak a little bit better or choose to speak English and not patois, but believe me, they are the same. They are the same human beings.
So JD, basically Birmingham just a prep you for go back to Jamaica.
Yes. So it's sad. It's sad when I hear these guys talking. And I know that I've heard a lot of them on my stream that are not more Jamaican than this little kid that is my family. And I'm saying, what give us the right to think that we have the authority to decide who play for Jamaica? I don't think we have that right. I think the right is reserved to the people that we put in charge, which is the JFF and the coach. You understand me? But at the same time, we should still love Jamaica by going to the damn games them, not because our friends them now play. You know, it's sad when you have a Manning Cup game or a school games, and then you have more people trying to go to the school game because you can resonate to other people. Well, if you want to resonate to other people, you know, damn, come learn about them. Because, oh, you can resonate to people, you know, it's just by education, you know, just to be more informed. You understand me? So just go actually inform yourself. Because more statistical data is on these players than the players them you are trying to, you claim to say you can resonate to. Because you only know them. You know, so come on, man. Support you them, you know. Not knowing the pledge and the anthem. Well, I see, you know, if you know what I'm call, I saw games where people said the anthems, and I see Jamaican band don't know the anthem, and other people from overseas are sing it. But I saw vice versa as well, you know. So don't let me jump into that. So stop going go like say the whole of us in Jamaica know the national anthem. So no bother with it. Don't bother with it. Oh my God, man. JD, yeah, I'm just done. I'm just done. I saw people from Jamaica don't know the national anthem. Girls and boys, and me see the foreign people they must say the anthem. And me can direct it to the video them. But you see, me no want. Let me just leave it alone. Let me just leave it alone. Because you see,
some local bands sing, some of them don't sing. Some overseas bands sing, some of them don't.
People, that is not. Some of them just don't sing. No, people just try find ways to try put on the other man them. But to not the foolishness, yeah, man.
No, I think one of the main things is like when the match done and the man them give them interview and the man them hear them attack. Because them can't talk like this, or they don't choose to talk like this in interviews. I feel like some people really have that as a thing. Like, why I hear the man attack like that, you know? So I think that is terrible to think like that, but people out there really do think like that.
Brando said they don't know, so why when it come to the Jamaican bar them choose not to sing? Yeah. So why we never just said the man them from foreign never actually choose to sing? Why we have to always find excuse? And that's our problem right there, Brando. The excuse we find for the people we're born on the land. Because we ourselves look at ourselves as inferior, you know? You get me? So we have to change that mentality. You get me? You don't think that's the problem, Jason? You don't think that's the problem?
Where you say Jamaicans have an inferiority complex?
No, no. The way we look at ourselves compared to others, our problem. And the others, them, our problem, you know, how we look at ourselves compared to them. Because look at you just said, because the man the man choose to speak a certain way, and maybe we can understand we are look upon them and say, oh, why they not speak so? Like, the only way we're going to accept them is when Bobby come and say, yo man, down the road you're going now. It make we feel better.
And the reason why I say choose to speak that way, you know, is because a lot of them can speak patois just the same.
Yes, and that me I say true them choose. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No, but as I say, them have them brand internationally and them choose to portray themselves in a certain light. And that's the light them choose to do. So
because but Jason, if they made no say, if they thought that it would have been just Drea Black to Jamaica, they would have spoke patois, you know. But because they want other people to understand them, so they can bring the Jamaican brand to even further. So they are helping Jamaica by speaking a certain way. Because now it's not just Jamaicans will understand them, it's more people. So Fulham people will come and listen to the video and then start what Jamaica game. Then you have a possibility of selling an extra jersey. So speaking a certain way is more transcendent. I don't know why we look at those things as people acting like they're better. I think they're just trying to push themselves further, and maybe they're just actually better via just what they want, you know. So it's just we have to want better as well, you know. Not say maybe mess myself up there because so many people now go comprehend what I'm saying. Maybe they're actually better because they're choosing to cover more grounds and trying to go more worldwide, and we want to kind of close ourselves in. So by that definition, they're actually better. But we can choose to do this, go down the same road as well, you know. The
Yeah, I
younger
think
ones from UK can't speak patois. No, JKK. My little cousin that I saw the other day can speak patois. I'm telling you, they can. They can. They can, alright? I'm sorry, Mr. United, but sometimes we have to touch
but
it.
why but Mr. United, why you think this argument minute though? I think this is like one of the arguments that we need to actually face because I think it really affect how we look at certain things and aspects of the players and things like that. Like, the team is doing well, relatively, and the stadium is still empty. Why is that? It can't be because everybody broke. Because other events happen in Jamaica that cost more money and the place full. So what is it? Why the people them won't rally behind this side?
All right, so we're gonna move on. But we're finished. We're actually finished, So let me just read out the comments. Them Jackie Love says Andre Blake speak proper English. And then Jam Up TV says, never see Bailey talk patois in an interview. So why people expect overseas players to do that? The man them just have a British accent. So Jason, I think that is a good one, I think that's a good one, So
Jam up TV, that is a brilliant point. That is a brilliant point. Because Bailey could have forward upon the man them interview and say, yo, say today, I'm cut in upon the bottom of left foot, I'm just ras it in a pigeon. And
so
everybody, who would understand that? Who would know what I'm talking about besides you and me and people in this chat? We're from Jamaica.
Yeah. That is true. That is true. That is true. Can the JA try to improve their English? Yes, of course. Because we don't make it a trend. But you have people in Jamaica speaks well, just the same. It's just because we don't make it a trend like back then. Now it's more glorify the patois alone, and anybody that speak English, burn them out and them stuff there, because we are gonna go better than people. The same behavior we have, this goes deep in Jamaica as well. So that's why it's a problem inside our football and the way we try to class ourselves, which we should not, because don't cap yourself, don't cap yourself. If you look at yourself highly, maybe you can stomach other people of quality beside you and not try to run away from the competition. JD, left them alone. The UK players need to learn. Oh God, Bobby talk broken English. Bobby talk any one of them, Teach us through oh God, all right. You know it. Just go on a bed. What? Oh, why fighting with Jason? Like if Jamaica go to other country, they just gonna drop their patois in UK. The youth them talk multi-language. I'm Balakik. No, when some of them go there, they talk the same damn way. The same damn way. Balakik. That is you trying to look and pander to people. England was arguing that the people they are speaking the Jamaican language and it was taking over. Okay. Oh my God. So why is even that a thing? Why we can't just learn Jamaican language and just learn damn English as well, and whatever people talk to us in, we just have a dialogue, because that's how the rest of the world work, That's how the rest of the world works. So in Belgium, any language people pop up with you better just have a translation. Because they're not going to just pop up talking Dutch only. They're going to pop up talking Arabic. Clearly, me no know nothing in Arabic. They might pop up talking German, English, French. Me no know nothing in French either. You understand me? Yes, so you have to just try keep on learning, and don't just push them aside and say because they're talking Arabic, you don't want to hear nothing from them. So what happened if they're going to give you a job? And Jason, what happened if they're going to give you a job in Arabic?
Alright. But I pick up some Arabic book and go on,
Yeah. So the attitude towards life, that's how it turn. That's how your life can turn better. Yeah, man. So we just want all of that going forward. We just want this thing to drop. We just have all qualities. If it's 24 overseas man in the team, I know people always try to use narratives to say that either one should be there. No, me no want none if you're not good enough. I want the coach to outline his intention. So for the under 20, I want to go and develop a quality under 20 that can see a pathway in the national team. Okay, no problem. These are the 20 that can do so, and all of them come from England. I have no problem. You get me? I'm not saying that you should not have your camps them in Jamaica, and I'm not saying that none is deemed good enough. I'm just saying if the coach says these are the guys that are good enough for him and where he's at in his development, I have no problem with it. I am not going to make up stories to just put local born in the team. If the coach has his own way, I am going to always work with what the coach has to say, people. All right. Multi-language is English mix up with patois slang. Multi-language. Balaki, that's not multi-language. Multi-language is multi-languages. Jesus God, what? Let me just leave Balakik alone. Balakik, multi-languages is just multi-languages. You don't just have Jamaican patois and also English. You have Jamaican Creole and you have different Creoles across the world. All right? Yes. And you have different languages. Yeah. That's what they call it in UK. Okay, JD Fuzzy is coming. New coach. No, they don't call it multi-language in no UK. Balakik. Multi-languages is multi-languages because you're acting like patois is the second highest spoken language in England as well. That's not even true. You understand me? We have a lot of other countries. India is a part of England as well. Nigeria have a lot of Nigerians in England as well. So you have other languages. They are not as like Belgium and those places that you have several other countries camped in the country. But you have a lot of other spoken language there. Yeah, man. So, guys, we have come to the end. We just want the best for Jamaica and Jamaica's football. All right. We are going to have several other videos coming up. Very much shorter version videos, like me and Africans chopping up some of the other videos. Yes, across the world. If you want to come and check them out, no problem. But I'm trying to avoid the wars going into 2024. According to which area you live, UK people don't understand patois. But that is like all the other languages as well, JKK, because it's not every part of UK understand Arabic. You have to go to the parts them that people comes from the Arabic people, So Jamaica is just you have to just find the Jamaican part of whichever location you are. It's no different from no part of the world. And that's how it works. You have Jamaican areas in England. Then you will have the Paki areas in England, and you might have some smaller communities as the Chinese. I have not really heard of it, but obviously maybe you do have it, Yes, so JD, I'll know you don't talk about Mr. Greenwood. I started my stream like that, Kevin Williams. I don't clickbait people, Kevin Williams. So yeah, you can't say that, my brother. All right. So please, before you judge me, just go back at the start of the video, because that tells me you have not started the video with me. All right. Yes. Paper is thin. They did laugh. Okay. All right. So I give you a final point, Jason, and I will give my final one and talk about what I've talked on, so people can know that I've covered those, because Kevin Williams abon me out, which I started the video exactly to the title,
Stop clickbait the people so early in 2024, G.
Oh my God, that is sad.
No, but yeah. But no, good conversation. It's always good when you look back and try to fill out these top tens, and respect to the chat for voicing their opinions as well while we're going through it. Yeah, but looking forward to this year for sure. A lot of things on the docket for Jamaica. We have Nations League semi, we have Copa America, we have World Cup qualifiers coming up. So I'll just keep on doing what I've been doing, which is watch the players week in, week out, follow up on the program them and discuss. And yeah, just looking forward to a prosperous year, and everybody just create a plan for do something great in the year, because the whole of we have the potential for do it, so we could do it together.
All right, thank you very much. People, one thing I have to say, and I have to give you guys massive props. Massive props. From where we started on these channels, when I just started, it's like 7-8 people, and only the persons trying to get the guys them in, like the UK guys them, know about the players them, to where we are today. Because I can clearly say that we have this is pretty much of an educated Jamaican football channel. You understand me? So, and the viewers them I'm talking, because even if I made mistakes, people can correct me as well. Before that was not a thing, and that is what I love. Like you can clearly see that the intention that I had, the plan that I had from the years before, it worked. Because at first people, if I had listened to people, I wouldn't have continued, because they're saying that, yo, you come and say with them foolish, say, we don't want you about nobody or nothing, and just continue. But the fact that you guys took your time out, and you went there, support the guys and watch the guys them, and we report on them every single week, or Reggae Boyz Abroad series, all of those series that I've invented from I came around, you guys really took on to it and want to hear more. You never just listen to the loud noise to say that, oh, it's just the local man them only, and you guys support the thing, and not just support the thing, you guys change the game. Because I can tell you, you guys made Ethan Pinnock came here to play. You guys made Deshaun Bernard them came here to play. You guys made Damari Gray came here to play. You get me? You guys made so just because we came together. Because you get me, and the reason why I've said those guys' name, because remember, those guys are when we started to look at them, they had no intention to come here, they never even knew about it, but you guys made those players came here and played. So those are the little things that you realize that we gotten powerful. So if you want to continue to sell the dream to people, you keep on doing it for 2024, and that's how I've looked at it. So I have to congratulate you guys on how you changed the game. Not necessarily me. I only had the idea and I had to put it forward, and I got pushed back. But you guys in the chat stood up and said, yeah, this is what made the difference, and it's called just pass on education. So in Jamaica, that's what we need to do. Leave out the dunce badness thing and just pass on education, because if you pass on education, it's just someone else to take it and do what they want, but at least it's given to them. When you run down the dunce badness thing, nothing given to nobody, because you not pass nothing to them more than just say dunce badness, and that's about it, So yeah, man, love that. Nigel said, yeah, you made mistake by saying one trick pony Anthony was better than Chippy. I still believe that the player is better. I have my own take, and I've given my reason. So that not means me not say the player is not a good player. So you have to comprehend what I'm saying. You understand me? Yes. So you can fight all you want. The fight will never stop, because I'm not going to just give in because I just want you on my side. The reason why I've stayed at this level was because I've never given. Jason can get bad up from people and him giving to their statements in the chat.
Lie.
Me,
that's a lie.
Have bars, alright? Yeah, no, sorry. I'm not saying Jason on the bars, because that would be disrespectful. But me I say, me not try and measure. No, that come off wrong. Let me just leave the 2024. Let me leave the bars argument alone. All right.
Wrong and strong.
Let me leave the because I'm trying to clear up. I'm trying to clear it up, But if we keep on clearing it, it's gonna go worse. So leave it alone.
At 2024, you know, and we need to stop have competition but be.
Let me leave it alone. You know why I brought up the argument here? People may leave it alone. But the reason why I brought it up, because the other day when we proved that this man was close to a walking red card, we have to shrink and shine our balls to an acceptable level.
No, you boy, I don't know, brother. I don't know. Tom Stranger dead with love.
No. Travis, big of yourself and thanks for being here. We're almost done. But do the 2 hours, And I never had plans to do the 2 hours, I'm telling you. Yes, I'm gonna choose my words wisely. I'm done with
You almost get through a show and don't say it,
Oh my God!
Show start. Boy, I don't know.
Oh Lord God. Jason Ferran, I'm done. I am 2024. We're not going to talk about it anymore. Yes. But people, please smash the like button. Give us our 200 likes because we deserve it. We work damn hard throughout the year. Alright, we don't pressure you for nothing. You guys support the contents over and over, and I have to congratulate you guys. You keep on coming back to watch the videos. Obviously, even I'm sick, because I was sick, people still bothering me. Bullying me to come and do streams. People in the 2024, please have a little more, be more empathetic, we are human beings. I have a family. I was not in my country, and I had business to do in England, so you can't just bother me. If I'm not on the live, my cell phone was to take calls, not to bother me, to force to come and do videos, because only if I have the information, I'm going to come and do it. So if I don't have I have not educated myself on the games on the day, what should I come here to explain to you? I can't explain it, because I took the time to do other things. So it's hard for me to just come out and do a live stream for live stream's sake, Yes, I am done, El Granero. I'm done with that talking. You're not going to say other word. Yes, I have two working phones. I have more than 2 phones, but 2 working SIM cards. But I had the plan to take this one over to my normal phone, but because I had my workplace and all of my other businesses connected to it, I still have the phone upstairs. But I can't sleep, because anything happen throughout the day, which is on a different time zone, it wake me up, but I'm gonna figure a way to sort it out. Yeah, right. Oh my God. So people, take care and have a nice one. Smash the like button on your way out. Bye bye. Take care.